will tell you that. Um, but with real love and real friends and people that are good and you know they're good, work with that. Like, don't ever let go. Don't ever let go. Don't ever let go. You may have fights, you need to stay away from them, you can't deal with it or whatever, but don't ever let go, because that's it right there. I mean, us as a targeted individual community, that's so important. We are. I mean, we're gonna get to people. There are people in agencies right now sending in complaints. God's working on this. Our society is working on this. People who know about this and who are involved, they're working on this. They're trying to find ways to stop it. Families are trying to find ways. Target individuals trying to find ways to stop it. People who know about the technology are trying to find ways to stop it. There are a million things that are coming down the pike that are awesome. That are awesome. But that is the most important thing. You stay connected as much as you can. I mean, if you don't have anybody, you have a family, like you're homeless or something, try and go to a shelter. Try and go to a halfway house. Try and get somebody who can advocate for you. I have a guy on my channel who, he's left comments. I don't even know if he's a target individual. I think maybe he is, but I can't even tell. And he's given me some of the best ideas. Go get a public defender. Go get somebody who is free, that you can get ideas from about what people can and can't do to you, what evidence you can collect. This is not a hopeless situation. And for me as an intelligent individual, I understand how advanced the technology is. And I don't want to, like, I'm not saying my friend's name, so he won't care, but he was like, you talk about all the, they can read your mind and stuff like that. And I realize, like, if I talk about remote neural monitoring, that somebody can shoot a microwave to your visual cortex and present an image on their screen, and they can actually see, like, words that you are creating in your visual cortex, they're gonna think I'm schizophrenic. I realize this stuff. I realize it. It's not even a question to me whether or not I have to talk about it. This technology, as long as it remains hidden, it will be used for evil. Like, that's how it works. That's how it works, because the people who hide it get to decide what to do with it. If you give it to society, society gets to decide what to do with it. Do we use it for medical advances? Do we use it to help people? Do we use it to diagnose people? Do we use it to learn about a healthy human brain? But now, since it's hidden, they get to decide what is done with it. And a lot of them do not have the best intentions for humans, or they may think they have. I don't know. I have theories about philosophies and things like that, about what these people could believe. It's definitely different from mine. That's all I'll say. I don't want to harp on that. Like, I don't want to harp on those things, and I know we have to deal with those philosophies in time. But with our situation, it's important that we just deal with what's happening. Like, how much damage this stuff does. How evil it is. I find when, I haven't talked to my attackers, and it's been a month. So, I'm getting, like, in a half a year, if I don't talk to him, like, I can imagine not directing any of my thoughts towards him. Like, I verbally communicate with them, like a month ago, and then it's been hard at first. Like, my thoughts were directed towards them. The V2K does react with the remote neural monitoring, because they do see, they microwave and create an image of what you're thinking, and it's awesome technology. It's frequencies, it's electromagnetic frequencies, and they're creating a signal, and then a system reads that out. It's like a computer screen, it's a computer system, It reads that out, and it can also read images, you know, from your visual cortex and your eyeballs, because that's connected to your visual cortex. I don't know how far it goes. There's a targeted individual named, you know, Todd Giffen. I don't think he'll mind. He's out there, and you know, look at his channel, please. Yeah, you know, I'll mention Todd Giffen. I'll talk to him. He's very smart about this stuff. He talks about it. They're really hurting him. He's been to protests and stuff like that. Please look at his channel. He's a brilliant scientific mind, and you know, they've hurt him very badly. He talks about this stuff, and you know, the capabilities of microwaves to create images, you know, wherever it touches. You know, radar to create images and surveillance images. So please look at his videos. I don't think he'll mind that I mention him. He's somebody that I really watch, and you know, I kind of wish that, you know, you know, I won't go into personal things that I want to talk to him about. I'll email him, but please look at his videos. He's very intelligent about how this technology works, how carelessness and apathy in our society kind of works. But we're good, so we don't have a choice. Like, whoever's watching this and cares about it, and there are other people around, and other people in these agencies that are even doing it who can't stop it right now, and we all care, and we all care about humanity, and we're not just going to be like, well, you know, hey, this is the thing with all the money, and it's just, we got to do it, you know, whatever. We're not going to be able to do it, so it doesn't matter, you know, and I've got to speak the truth. That's what God puts in my heart, you know. My friend that I'm talking about that I'm having trouble with, he actually, you know, he helps me a lot. You know, we see things differently, but, you know, trusting in God, I don't do that enough. Like, I do trust in God. I trust in Him to do incredible things, but He's got a plan for this. And, you know, even if I die, if I help a lot of people, like, that's a great plan. I approve, and I'm here because, like, there is a force, a loving force in the universe that wants to connect you with what you really are, what you really want. And I couldn't think of a better way to go out if I did. I don't think I am. I think God gives us that. I think He gives us that, you know, that meter inside of us that says, this is my time. You know, my time is coming, and I don't feel that. I feel like God has a greater future for all of us. And I feel like if we really do, this is something that if nobody speaks out, it might go on for a long time. Like, if nobody speaks out and everybody goes along with it, and nobody listens to the crazy people like us target individuals, it might last for, you know, way more years than we can count. But it is something we can affect. It's the nature of it. It's big, and you know, my organizers, you know, they don't even, these videos, they're like, you know, this guy, we're gonna do him. You know, he's done, because they have power. But that's not the truth. I mean, that's what they're trying to portray. That's what they need to happen. But the truth is, if we speak out enough, we get people to care enough. People who aren't even targeted individuals are leaving comments on my page that have been some of the best advice I've ever gotten about what to do with this, like how to go about it. It's hope that, you know, I dug for. I knew it was there, and it came out in greater ways than I could ever have imagined. So I've experienced it. I'm not just like saying, oh, I take this on faith. This will fix itself. You know, God will come down. Like, I've experienced it. I've experienced through reaching out and saying, this is what I can do. I don't know what I can do. I can't go over to this guy's house. I can't, you know, call the police. They'll call me crazy. They'll maybe arrest me. But I can make videos. I can make videos for all you targeted individuals out there, and it's made a difference. It's made a difference to me. Like some people have been like, yeah, I watch your videos and they've helped me a lot. Like they've helped me so much. And that's helped me, and I've experienced this you get information out. You come from the best, most positive place you can come from, because you're not always going to come from a positive place. Like me, today I felt negative a million times. Yesterday, the day before, you're going through torture, so you're a lot of the time you're going to be in a dark place. For me, and like, I'm a very bright person. I love comedy. I love laughing. And you look at this video, like look at my other videos, and this video is very I mean, it's hopeful, but I'm not as bouncy, I guess, anymore. I need to get that back, because comedy is a great thing to overcome this. But if you need to go to a morbid place, like watch movies, or I watched The Crow. Like, I watched The Crow. I watched the first three. They really got me on that, on the V2K. They were like, this guy's crazy. Look, he's watching crazy stuff, because The Crow comes back and kills a bunch of people. But I'm not like, oh, they're gonna kill me and I'm gonna come back and kill them. It's like a cathartic thing, because every night, when I go to sleep, they microwave me, and I have to wake up from basically death. And like, I'm a writer, I'm an artist, so I do think in metaphor. And when I see those movies, I'm like, every night I have to die and come back to life, and my soul carries me. So I find a connection with things, like, even if they're morbid. If you're thinking something or you're watching something and it's whatever to get you through, cathartic, and you're not going to go out and do it, do it. These people, they're not thought police. They're not people who can look at a violent video game and say, this guy's going to do something crazy. They can do that, but then everything in life is suspect. What these people are doing is so bad that if they did this to everybody, everybody would be up for execution. Like, we'd be like, oh, that person, they watched a violent movie, they're probably going to go out and do something violent, while they really murder families. So anybody, like, and a lot of private investigators have said this. They've been like, if I follow you for 2 weeks, I'm going to find something where you could be arrested for or hated by people. Everybody, no matter how, good you think you are, how good you try and be. And that's humanity. I mean, we're flawed. We're flawed. We're just fallible. It doesn't mean we're bad. It just means that we're human. And that's what they use against us. They use things that are fallible to make us look bad, like we're dangerous or whatever. But I guess that's all I want to say. This is a long video. I'm not going to be able to put it up in my 15 minutes, so I guess give me time to get this out, y'all. I'm going to try and find a place to get it out. I don't know, because they got me pretty wrapped up on my computers. They let me upload the video, and then it doesn't process. And so I sit there and I'm like, okay, 100%, and then it doesn't process, and they can't upload on my computer, or at my parents' house on any of their computers, or at my mom's office. So I might have to go to a library or something. But this video is important. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about the crying. It's just like, some people, I don't know, I guess a lot of people maybe look at this and be like, you're a P. And I hope, if y'all don't know what that means, but just that you're a P, you're crying, you don't cry about this, you be a man about it. I think crying, I think showing my emotions about this is maybe the most manly thing I've ever done in my life. Because this stuff is hard, and I've got to just tell the dead truth. I got to tell the most base truth that I know about this and that I feel. And like, I don't know if y'all need that, though. Like, I want to be funny, and I want to be like, yeah, this is a big joke. It's not a big joke. It's serious. Like, it's not reductive. Like the way that these people reduce, like microwaving somebody's spine or their chest in their sleep,